Kashmiri apples. Yesterday evening, I went to the market to buy a few essential items. The shops of Punjabi fruit sellers were on the way, and I noticed some beautiful, colorful, pink apples displayed at one of the stalls. I couldn't resist. These days, the educated society tends to think in terms of vitamins and proteins. In the past, no one cared much for tomatoes, but now they have become an essential part of meals. Carrots, once considered poor people's food, have also gained status. In the past, the rich only consumed carrot halwa, but now it's well known that carrots are rich in vitamins. Therefore, they've found their way onto the dining tables. And as for apples, it's often said that eating one apple a day keeps the doctor away. If eating an apple means avoiding the doctor, we would be willing to eat even bitter neem leaves. Apples are rich in both flavor and nutrition, perhaps even better than mangoes, though exceptions like Banarsi Langada, Lucknow's Dashehri, and Mumbai's Alfonso are incomparable. Whether they contain vitamins and proteins is still a question that Western doctors haven't yet answered. However, apples have already earned that approval. Now, they're not just for taste, they are considered nutritious. I bargained with the shopkeeper and asked for half a kilogram of apples. The shopkeeper said, "Sir, these are very delicious apples, straight from Kashmir. Take them, and you'll love the taste." I handed him my handkerchief and said, "Select the best ones." The shopkeeper instructed his helper, "Boy, get half a kilogram of Kashmiri apples. Select them carefully." The boy brought 4 apples, and the shopkeeper weighed them, placed them in a paper bag, tied it in the handkerchief, and handed them to me. I gave him 4 annas, coins, and left. Once home, I set the bag aside. It's not customary to eat fruit at night. Morning is the right time for that. This morning, after washing my hands and face, I took out an apple for breakfast. But it was rotten. Part of the peel had decayed to the size of a rupee coin. I thought perhaps the shopkeeper hadn't noticed it last night. I pulled out the second apple, but this one was half rotten as well. Now I began to suspect that the shopkeeper had deliberately tricked me. I checked the third apple, which wasn't rotten, but it was completely squished on one side. The fourth apple, although it appeared flawless, had a small black hole, just like you find in bad berries. When I cut it open, I found similar black spots inside, just like in worm-eaten berries. Not a single apple was edible. It wasn't the loss of a few coins that upset me as much as the decline in moral character. The shopkeeper had deliberately deceived me. If only one apple had been rotten, I could have forgiven him, thinking he didn't notice it. But for all 4 apples to be bad, this was clearly a scam. However, I must admit, I had contributed to this deceit. By handing him my handkerchief, I had signaled that I wasn't a vigilant customer. The shopkeeper must have guessed that I wasn't the type to inspect the fruit myself or return bad goods. People only cheat when they get the chance. By giving them that opportunity, either through carelessness or blind trust, we enable dishonesty. Nowadays, no one trusts educated clerks or officers. Go to a police station, court, or municipal office, and you'll regret it so much that you'd rather suffer a great loss than return there. Traders, however, had managed to maintain their reputation. Even if they cheated a little on the weight, you didn't have to worry if you accidentally handed them a 5 rupee note instead of a 10. They'd return your money safely. I remember once, at a Muharram fair, I bought a penny's worth of candy from a street vendor and accidentally handed him a half rupee coin instead. When I realized my mistake at home, I ran back to the vendor, not expecting him to return the money. But to my surprise, he cheerfully returned the half rupee and even apologized for not noticing the mistake. And here, people are selling rotten apples in the name of Kashmiri apples? I hope readers won't close their eyes like I did when they go to the market. Otherwise, they'll end up with Kashmiri apples too. Story ended. How did you like it? Please comment, like, or dislike. Share with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you.